Greetings, travelers. My name is King Asmodeus, and today I have 10 card packs here, so we're doing another card pack opening video. So let's jump right in. So we have 4 Castle Nathria packs, 2 Sunken City packs, 1 Alterac Valley, and 3 Standard. So I think we can go in a numerical order. So we'll do the Soul Alterac Valley pack first that I have. Let's see if I get anything good. Okay. Spawn of Deathwing. Ooh, that's cute. Destroy a random enemy minion, discard a random card. Okay. I don't really play Warlock too much. The destroy random enemy minion does seem pretty good. So, let's see. Next, ooh, this is blue. So let's see. I don't know if the recording caught that. If it did, I have no idea what just happened. I'm actually going to stop and start the recording again just to make sure nothing went wrong. Give me one moment. Okay, so yeah, the recording did catch that. It like stuttered out for a minute there. So hopefully everything's fine. So we got Wings of Hate. Summon 2 1/1 Fell Wings. Upgrades and you have 5 mana. Interesting. Artwork looks pretty neat on there. Let's see, it looks like, yeah, they're fighting something. Again, I'm not too familiar with all the different creatures from like World of Warcraft and stuff like that, but I still think it's pretty cool. Okay, next up is this card. Bloodseeker Hunter. Ooh, honorable kill, gain +1/+1. That could be kind of useful. That's almost... Oh, so it's not even... Okay. This could be very useful. Because you could extend how long this lasts for. Because it will add +1 to that. Okay. I'm liking that. Don't know if I'd be able to build like a whole deck based around that, but that looks really neat. Next. Ring of Courage. Give a minion +1/+1 repeat for each enemy minion. Ooh. That could come in handy. Again, I know it's tradable too. I don't quite know where I'd fit that in with the Paladin deck I play, but if I make another one, I could see this being pretty useful. And the final card, Heart of the Wild. Give a minion +2/+2, then give your beast +1/+1. Interesting, that could definitely help, especially if you have a lot of minions on the board. And as usual, the artwork for all of these is wonderful. So, let's go ahead and move on to our 2 Voyage to the Sunken City packs. Okay. Let's start with the... Well, we started with the... I guess you could say top left, so we'll start with this one here first. Ooh, and that's our rare card. Rare. Okay, good. It didn't stutter out this time. Inkveil Ambusher. Stealth. Has +3 attack and immune while attacking. I feel like I've seen that used before. That's really useful, I think. Not that I play Rogue that often, but maybe I might consider it. I don't know if I have another one of these yet or not. And funnily enough, there were actually some stats I saw the other day, I don't know if it was a week or so ago at this point or what, of the how you obtain your cards through the card packs in Hearthstone, and it seems like it's geared towards trying to give you at least common cards that you don't have 2 of yet. So I thought that was very interesting, and it's kind of nice to see that you're not just gonna be stuck getting a million of the same card over and over. Let's continue going this way. Puffer Fist. Okay. I think that'll be my second Puffer Fist. I think it's really funny, the artwork, and just I really like the power it has. After hero attacks, do 1 damage to all enemies. I think that's really good for like probably warriors, but I know for me I have that Demon Hunter deck, which that also brings me to another point. I don't know when this video will go up in relation to when I end up playing that deck, so sorry if I'm talking about things as if they already happened when they haven't yet, so stay tuned for some fancy stuff in the future. Next up, Ajaran Sentinel. Taunt Death Rattle, put the Sunken Sentinel on the bottom of your deck. It's pretty cool. I really like this artwork. It almost looks like he's like gonna start like freestyle rapping or something. Just the way its hands are posed. Next, Scalding Geyser. Deal 2 damage and dredge. There's a little bit of synergy here between these two. But yeah, that's pretty useful for a shaman deck. And last, another common card. Flipper Friends. Oh, that's kind of cute. Choose one, summon 6, or yeah, 6/6/6 orcas, yeah. 1, I cannot speak. 1/6/6 orca with taunt, or 6 1/1 otters with rush. Aw, that's cute. I like that. I like the artwork on that. Here we go for our next card pack. Oops. I wanted to start with this one, and that's our rare one again, okay. Demon Hunter, Predation. Deal 3 damage, cost 0 if you played a Naga while holding this. I feel like I've seen this used before, and I really... oh, I was like inking over there. That reminds me of that scene from Finding Nemo. But yeah, that could be a pretty useful card for a Demon Hunter. I like the perspective too of the artwork, how you're like almost looking down the blade towards the Naga. I feel bad for this little like octopus thing though. Next, Guard the City. Gain 3 armor, summon a 2/3 Naga with taunt. Cool, cool. Nice artwork again. I think this Naga looks almost like crab-like, because I think they have... I might be wrong, but it looks like they have multiple crab-like legs, so that's pretty neat. Security Automaton. Oh, the amount of times people use this whenever they have a mech-themed deck. I don't blame them, though, because this just gets buffed every time you play a mech. It's like an electric eel for a whip. That's hilarious. And just a normal, like... oh, that's like a pufferfish flail. That's very clever. I like that. Schooling. Add 3 1/1 piranha swarmers to your hand. Again, this is another one I see frequently used. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, what's the brand? There's a brand of like suntan lotion and like sunscreen and sunblock and stuff like that. I don't remember what it is, but it has like the similar image, but it's like a dog and a little girl. And last but not least, oh wait, that's Pufferfist. I didn't even realize that's Pufferfist. Oh my god, that's funny. That makes it even better. Okay. Igneous Lava Gorger. Taunt. Battlecry Dredge. Gain armor equal to its cost. Interesting. Yeah, that's really cool. I like how it's Hammerhead Shark themed and lava themed. It's almost like... I'm just referencing a lot of random stuff today. It's like if you took Shark Boy and Lava Girl and put them together and made a monster out of it. Okay. Next up, our standard pack. Now, this could be like any cards from I think any of the 5 packs that are currently in standard. So we'll see what I get here. Start with this one. Investment Opportunity. Draw an Overload card. Okay, that could be useful. I don't know if the Shaman deck I have much Overload with it, but I know there's a lot of Shaman decks that take advantage of the Overload thing, so. Barbed Nets. Deal 2 damage to an enemy if you played a Naga while holding this. Choose a second target. Ooh, that could be very useful for a Hunter. I might honestly consider putting that into the Hunter deck I have. Maybe, we'll see. But that's pretty cool. I like the artwork again for that too. The Naga looks so happy that they're casting this net. Next is our rare card. Ooh, Catacomb Guard for Paladin. This is a fun one. I've played with this one a little bit in another Paladin hand I had. I don't use that one too often because it's honestly not the best, but I really like the effect that it has, especially when you have what is it? There's certain minions like I don't know if it's Timber Wolf or if it's Alpha Wolf, but the one where it automatically boosts their attack. Things like that. If you have a lot of those on the board and throw this out, it's wonderful. Next, City Architect. Again, we're getting like all the cards today that I always see. This one is sometimes very annoying. It summons 2 castle walls with taunt. They can't do damage, but they're annoying. and they can be buffed to deal damage. So it's like, they're very tedious to play against, especially with some of my decks being a bit more aggro focused. But it's still a very good card. Maybe I'll look into using this if I make a more like tempo or like control based deck. And finally, Flowcaster. Okay, yeah, I've seen Flowcaster before. I've tried using it because I did have a mage deck focused like almost exclusively around like freezing the enemy. It wasn't bad, but there was a lot of like, I guess, holes in the strategy. And I remember I had Flowcaster in originally, but it just was not worth it as a card, to be honest. Okay. Next up. Okay, I started bottom right, so now let's go bottom left. Keen Reflex. Deal 1 damage to all minions. Honorable kill. Gain +1 attack this turn. Ooh, that's a good card if you're ever playing as a paladin and they spam like Silverhand recruits all across the board. I'm at a loss for what the spell is called. There's a spell that does that. Or wait, Stand Against Darkness, I think it's called. Yeah, doing like a backflip over the dragon thing here. It's pretty cool. Next up, Efficient Octobot Frenzy. Reduce the cost of cards in your hand by 1. Interesting. I like the artwork. I like how it's like managing a whole bunch of I guess switches you could call them. I think it's pretty neat. I like the color scheme of it too. I guess obviously it is efficient, as the name implies. It even has one free tentacle, so it can wave hello to the, I guess, whoever's taking this picture. Next up is this one. Moarg Forge Fiend. Yeah, I've seen this one before as well. So, I really think this artwork looks really cool. It almost gives me like cyborg-esque kind of vibes. I know it's not completely just like cyborg. Because I think it's just armor on their shoulders, and then, well, maybe that might be. See, I thought that might have been like a crab claw for a hand, but maybe it's not. Maybe it is cyborg thing. Well, regardless, it's really cool. And that, I think that would definitely be good for like a hunter deck to have that, just to throw something out later game to soak up some damage. Next up, it's our rare card for the pack. Rare. Life Sentence. Remove a minion from the game. I love this spell. I don't know why. It's not like we don't have other minion counters available to mage, but I just think this one's really funny. Especially just like the person, they're just kind of like, I can't tell if they really have a look of like if they're pondering something or if they're just completely in despair that they're stuck in this, but I think it's really funny. Especially, I also have to wonder, these chains are like pulled completely taut, so either gravity is going the other way for at least the cages, or I guess this is wind. Maybe they're held up by magic. There's probably some lore behind that I don't know, but either way, it looks really cool, and I think it's a really fun card. And last but not least, Sunwell Initiate. Frenzy, gain Divine Shield. Okay, that's not too bad of an ability. I like the robes that this person has on. They're very snazzy looking. You know, like bluish, purplish, like a deep yellow, orangish color maybe, and then red. Cool, cool. Okay. Next is our final standard pack. Let's see. I'm hoping that maybe we'll get a legendary or an epic card again this time, because I believe we did in the last video. So let's start right here. Desperate Prayer. Restore 5 health to each hero. Interesting. I see these are all, are they called Tuskboar Raiders? I don't remember. But yeah, this is a pretty neat picture as well. See, my one thing with priests was some of the spells that like heal the other hero. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm sure there's ways to work around that, but I don't know, it just seems strange, but who knows. As you may have seen, I don't play priest too much, so Alright, let's go on to the next card. Totemic Evidence. Choose a basic totem and summon it or infuse with 3 totems. Summon all 4 instead. Oh, okay. I see what this does. So you get 1 free totem and then you get, it looks like you get the other 3 basic totems. Yeah. That's pretty handy. I might think about including that in the shaman deck I have. I hope maybe I can get another one. Because for this only being a 1-mana spell, that would be pretty easy to like build up to. Especially if I've already like thrown out some totems and had them destroyed. Not even counting the ones I have like in a deck, but just like the basic ones you can use the hero ability to summon. Okay, next up. City Tax. Tradable. Lifesteal. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. Ooh. I think that at first I was like, oh, well, why not just use Consecration? But the lifesteal makes it a little more attractive, and the tradability. This could be a pretty good addition. Although I have to wonder, is this tax collector here, are they actually taxing the city fairly? Because that's a lot of gold. Granted, cities are big, but you gotta ask those questions. Next up looks like a rare card for the pack. Rogue, SI7 Assassin. Costs 1 less for each SI7 card you've played this game, and combos destroy an enemy minion. Again, if I played Rogue, this might be useful. I've seen a lot of the SI7 cards. I've played against a couple decks, people that have had decks with them in. So I like the artwork too. That's pretty neat. I like how the daggers are like jagged, like lightning bolt shaped almost, I guess would be the right term. Cool. And last, Pack Kodo. Battlecry. Discover a beast, secret, or weapon. Cool. That's pretty interesting. I could actually make use of this in my hunter deck. Excuse me. I can actually make use of this in my hunter deck now that I think about it. Okay, this is a very interesting looking creature too. Almost looks, it looks like they're in a desert-ish area. It's pretty cool stuff. And last we have our Castle Nathria packs. So let's see what we get here. Okay, I believe we're back to the top left in the last pack, so we'll start in the very top with this one. Sightless Magistrate. Battlecry. Both players. I cannot speak today. Both players draw until they have 5 cards. Interesting. That's definitely useful if you're out of cards and your opponent isn't. So, unless it's like a cumulative, until like both have in combined 5 cards, which I would hope not, but. Next. Clear Conscience. Give a friendly minion +2/+3 and only you can target this with spells and hero powers. Interesting. So that basically means, I'm assuming that doesn't nullify like direct attacks from minions, but then if he has something powerful and you're going against like, let's say a mage, that would be a good spell to have, because then you could just forbid them from casting spells on a particular minion. Okay, that's really useful. I also like how it looks like there's like an angel person like swearing like, yes, I promise I'll tell the truth. But they also look very like nervous too, which is kind of funny. Next. Incriminating Psychic. I've seen this one a lot too, and I think this definitely goes along with the, I think it's the Thief Priest is what the deck is called. Taunt and Death Rattle. Copy a random card from your opponent's hand. The amount of times that I have had someone copy probably my best card out of my hand is too many to count. So I don't know, I'm getting a decent bit of priest cards here that are looking really good, so I might be making a priest deck pretty soon. I guess we'll see. Alright, next up. Natural Causes. Deal 2 damage and summon a 2/2. Trent, however you say it. I say Trent. But that's pretty funny. Death by natural causes, just living vines, like kidnapping and just killing the people. That's very interesting. Or I guess you gotta say Treant. But I don't know, I just naturally say Trent, I guess. And last is our rare card. Ooh. I like that. I've been hoping to get something like that. Night Cloak Sanctum. Freeze a minion and summon a 2/2 volatile skeleton. I've seen this played a decent bit of times as well. Volatile skeletons are a force to be reckoned with at times. And that is some really neat artwork there too. I like the little ghost looking person in the back. I'm assuming that's a ghost, unless they're frozen solid. Got some pretty cool stuff. 3 more packs to go. Okay, I'll start over here. Imposter. Battle cry. Choose a friendly imp and transform into a copy of it. Ooh, that could be pretty good. Oh, it's a warlock card. I was gonna say, ooh, that'd be good for my demon hunter deck, but no. Yeah, that's definitely pretty good because it only starts off as a 1/1 and it's only 2 mana. So like if you like combo this with something that's like an 8 cost that's like really strong imp, or even the 7 cost, that'd be pretty good. Or if you manage to get like a 10 cost imp and then the next turn do something. I like just how they're the only one that actually has like a face that's not like completely cloaked. That's pretty funny. Next, rare card. Ooh, Shaman. Torghast Custodian. Battle cry. For each enemy minion, randomly gain Rush, Divine Shield, or Wind Fury. Definitely one of those cards that helps whenever your opponent has a lot on the board. Ooh, so it looks like it's just basically a gauntlet and a bracelet that's like animated. And the little skull here looks like it has like eyes to it. So I wonder if that's like its actual face, or if that's just the design of the part of the gauntlet. But that's really cool. Next up, Clear Conscience again. Okay, well, maybe this is a sign I need to make a priest deck, because now I have both of these. So I've already talked about this one, so we'll move on. Well, we've already talked about Imposter, so if I ever decide to make an imp-based warlock deck, I think that'd be Imp Lock is what you would call that. I have the cards, at least these two. Ooh, another rare card, okay. Rare. Hedge Maze. Trigger a friendly minion's death rattle. Ooh, that could be quite interesting, especially if, I don't know if there's any death rattles that give you more mana crystals, but like, pairing this with something like that, or like ones that give you extra damage or armor, might be pretty good. Let's see, are there any people in the hedge maze? It looks, I don't know if that's a shrub there or if that's a monster, but it's something. And there's like this little sigil here, but I don't think I see any people actively in the hedge maze, which that's kind of unfortunate. I wish they would have had like a little person like right over here or something just in the maze. Okay, almost done. Oh, standard card back this time. Another totemic evidence. Okay, well, I have 2 of them now, so I very well might include this in my shaman deck. Next is our rare card. Rare. Suspicious Alchemist. Battlecry. Discover a spell. If your opponent guesses your choice, they get a copy. This is an interesting one. I've played against a couple people who have had it, and it's always a toss-up between, are they going to pick the one that works best for them, or are they going to purposefully pick the one that would be worst for them because they assume you'll pick the one that's best for them. Personally, most of the time people just pick the spell that's best for them, so it kind of makes it easier to guess what it is, but that's pretty interesting. They have like a, I don't know if it's a severed hand or just a glove, like helping them brew up stuff, which is pretty neat. Stoneborn Accuser. Infuse. Gain a battle cry. Deal 5 damage. This is a pretty good infuse card, I think. I like how it almost looks like they just leapt out of nowhere and they're like pointing at someone instead of just like standing there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the robes also kind of remind me of the robes on that other person we saw in the other card a little bit too. Okay, next up. Call to the stand. Your opponent summons a random minion from their hand. This could be I can see how this could be really good, and I can see how this could be really bad. Because if you accidentally summon, like, their best minion earlier than they want it to be, then you could get rid of it. But if you summon it when it wouldn't be good, you might hurt yourself with that. Interesting. Also, so wait, is this person, I'm assuming they're calling this giant monster thing here as a witness to the stand, which is kind of funny because they're all like so small, except for this thing in the back. But they honestly look like, oh, I promise I'll tell the truth. They almost look like they have to crawl through here. That's kind of funny. And finally, oops, Arson Accusation. I think I've gotten this one before. Choose a minion. Destroy it after your hero takes damage. That could be a pretty good one, especially since you could easily take damage by drawing a card at the end of your turn with your hero power. So it's a pretty neat one. I like how... Are they writing? I think they're trying to write in a stack of papers or something. Unless they're setting fire to them completely. I don't know. I think it's pretty neat artwork. And last, but certainly not least, hopefully, maybe, this will be... Oh, that actually brings me to another point. I believe it's after you open so many packs of a certain kind. It's not that you're guaranteed to get a legendary, but I think it becomes like more likely. I don't know the number of packs, so I believe we're back up to this one here first. Yeah, this is the second round of 5 packs. Murder Accusation. Choose a minion. Destroy it after another enemy minion dies. Oh, that's pretty cool. That could be pretty useful too for a rogue deck. Just to be like, yeah, guess what? I'm killing 2 of your minions for the price of 1. I also like just, it's a ghost like saying like, yep, they're the one who did it. I would know. I died. That reminds me of like those memes you see about like Dungeons and Dragons where it's like a murder occurred. The cleric just revives the victim to ask him who did it. Frenzied Fang. Summon 2/2/1 bats and give them +1/+2 if infused. That could be pretty useful. I like how they have the little sigil thing here as well around their neck. That definitely seems to be some prominent imagery throughout this expansion. I'm assuming something with either Prince Renathal or Sire to Nathrius or just Castle Nathria itself. Okay. Looks like there's a giant bat on the back in this tower here. I don't know if that's part of the tower or if that is a giant bat, but pretty neat. Next. Motion Denied. Secret. After your opponent plays 3 cards in a turn, deal 6 damage to the enemy hero. That is a pretty neat one. I don't know if I have it yet or not. That might be something I include in a hunter deck. Maybe not the one I have, maybe a different one. Because that seems like it'd be pretty powerful. And I don't know, the artwork is pretty funny to me. It's just like, imagine them slamming the mace on the ground. It's like, motion denied, kaboom, or something like that. I believe I did get this card, maybe in the last video actually, because I remember commenting on how this armor looked the same as a different character's armor in another card. Okay. Hey, what do you know? I promise I did not plan that. So we'll open that one last. Anima Extractor. Okay, good. Because I actually am thinking of making a warrior deck. I think it's called Embrace the Pain. Because this one's pretty good. Whenever a friendly minion takes damage, give a random one in your hand +1/+1. This combined with some of the other ones, like the Frenzy, wherever like the other minions will deal damage when they get damaged. It could be pretty lethal. I've played against some warriors that have done that, and ooh, it's brutal sometimes. So we have, I believe this is legendary because it's golden, and it's making a shimmery noise too. And that's where we're ending the video. No, I'm kidding. Let's go ahead and open it. Turn it around, I guess, would be more appropriate. I hope it's something good. Oops. Ooh. Okay. Huntsman Altamore. Summon a Gargan companion and you can infuse it and get up to 2 more Gargant companions. That's pretty cool. I could definitely see this being useful in like an infuse based deck for a hunter. And I love the artwork too. That's a pretty neat like color scheme. It almost reminds me of something you'd see in like a warrior deck, to be honest, because of the red and the gold. But yeah, this is really cool. Okay, well, that is that for this video. We'll go ahead and hit done here. Send all of those. Send me back to the main screen. Send all those into my collection. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. I know I sure enjoy opening card packs and getting to take a look at them and see what I get and admire the artwork and all that. So if you did enjoy, please feel free to leave a like and comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say. If you'd like to see more content, please feel free to subscribe and also turn on notifications if you want to be notified when I post my videos. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. I appreciate your time and attention. Thank you for watching.